Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Five Deals. I will today go back to Bridge Base to the weekly free instant tournament, but we will not play the eight deals, just the first five. And let's see what mysteries are waiting for us in those hands. You are, of course, acquainted with the weekly free instant tournament in the sense that it is updated every Friday. Today is Tuesday, February the 10th. You go to the Solitaire tab, weekly free instant tournament. And so it being Tuesday means that you have a few days to play this board if you wish to. But I always suggest that you play before you watch. So we have a one. This is a balanced hand, but too strong for one of trumps. The usual path is to open your better minor and then jump to no trumps. Jump into to no trumps. But when partner bids our four card major, we switch gears. And since he's a passed hand, this is not. There's no slam thought here. Just bid game and get it over with. And so now we have. This is an interesting hand to play. We have four clubs, two diamonds. We could rough two diamonds in north and then pitchfork hearts in dummies clubs. But for that to work, we have to draw trumps at some point. It really depends on what's going on in these diamonds, if there is any risk of an overruff. I would like to lead a low spade from north before releasing the ace. And so I will do that. This is match point thinking. In IMSA, I'd probably just start on trumps. But there is a chance 4 and 2, queen on my left. So this 4 and 2 is a bit scary in that it might be from a doubleton. And this was, after all, our opening suit. If he has the doubleton diamond, he's probably long in trumps. I really don't believe that he has Jack 10 fifth, because he should have led a higher diamond in that case. So I'm inclined to believe that West is fooling around with Queen Jack 10 and all the diamonds, and will switch gears and draw trumps as quickly as possible. Now, I can try to rough diamonds, because if I get an overruff, it's a claimer. That said, I am suspicious of this club switch. Why didn't he play a heart? It was very natural for him to play a heart if he did not have the king. So I am inclined to believe that he does have the king, which means if he does have the king, we should draw the last trump and finesse in hearts for a 12th trick. So the full line would be queen of spades, club to north, heart to the queen, assuming it wins, diamond ruff, two clubs discarding losers, 12 tricks. I think I'll go for the psychological line, the line that does not require the hard finesse. It's quite far-fetched. We need the short diamonds to be away from the third spade and rough two diamonds in our hand. And we won't have, and also for the long spade to have long clubs. So I will just draw trumps, go to dummy, or my hand. Wow, six clubs he had. That kind of confirms the two diamonds. We've seen two spades, so he has three hearts. And again, I think the switch to the heart from the king would have been very natural. So that was a very interesting hand, I think, about the reading of the diamonds, the four and the deuce, and how we could rule out him having led fourth best because he would have a very strong diamond sequence from which he would not have led. And the decision to play for the heart finesse. But anyway, here we go with a 17 high card. This hand is way too strong for any one or trump opening bid, by the way, if you were thinking of it. Now, two clubs is Michael's. They have a long heart fit. We should probably bid five clubs, but it's not clear cut. It's basically because if Barta is short in hearts, we have some good chances of making five clubs with our extras, and sometimes they even make four hearts. Well, he wasn't short in hearts, but he was short in spades, which was good enough. We will lose two hearts. On the other hand, being short in spades means that we would get a gazillion tricks by roughs. If we had doubled, yes, we would make three tricks in the minors plus three spades, counting the roughs. That's three down, but we were vulnerable, so 600 is better than 500. Traveler score is 60%. Somebody got doubled. Somebody fooled around. Yeah, opened 1-0 trump. Got lucky, my friend, because you would miss so many games by opening 1-0 trumps with that hand. But to the victor of the laurels. Now this is a no trump opening bid, and if you compare the trick taking power of the two hands, the other hand is worth 1.5 to 2 tricks more. Okay, so what is this double? Penalty double, redouble is a long minor. I don't want to get involved. Barta may have 5 little and 0 high card points. As for the lead, I can probably lead a low spade. It's probably safe enough. Okay. So he will rough a bunch of clubs in his hand, using diamonds as his entry. He probably has any hand with a void has a 5 card suit, so he probably has 5-4-4-0. And if that is the case, Barta has a singleton spade. And if Declarer has a king of hearts, we are doomed to lose, to win only 2 tricks. If Barta has a king of hearts, then we have to rough this trick because Barta is out of trumps. So that is the best play. Can Declarer have bid spades with longer hearts? That's the only case in which Barta has a spade, is when Declarer has 5-4-5, 5-4, 5, no, 4-5-4-0. 5 hearts, don't believe it. So let's rough and play Barta for the king of hearts. You play spade, and we will try to cash 2 hearts. There you go. 170. Not amazing, but we did our best after the lead, at least. If I had led ace of spades and a spade, you probably could have done the same. You still had enough trumps. Now it's our turn to use the Michael's cube bid. A club to clubs is both majors. I don't have any ambitions here. So I'll just sign off in spades. Wow. Part I can have a very weakened distributional hand, so I will not double apart score. But I am very confident of beating it. So it looks like uh, Declare has only one heart, so his hand is probably 3, 1, 4, 5. We have to cover this, even though some human players would be playing like that with 5 to the 10, which would not be great for us. So he roughed and let it play the club. That's what's called a show off. He probably has all the diamonds, but we are doing our part. If he has Queen Jack of diamonds, there's nothing we can do. Yes, 130. He had 0 hearts instead of the expected 1. Now we have a one of trump opening bid that became an overcall after the opponents decided to open 1 diamond. I am playing in the rhythm that I wanted to, as if I wanted to record 8 deals, but I'm going to play only 5. So this is the last board. So let's slow down a little bit, see what's going on in the last 2 boards at the other tables. So our 2 spades, bunch of people lost more tricks or overcompeted. Somebody enticed the robot to not double 3 no trumps, which is extraordinarily funny that West thinks he has a double of 1 no trumps, but not a double of 3 no trumps. Robotic thinking at its best. And on this one here, some people are pushing them into 5 clubs. We have 3 losers and handling charges either in hearts or spades. We could get roughs or we get a bunch of trumps behind us. So 4 clubs is probably par, since 4 of our majors would go for 200 at least. So now here we deny our major suit. Partner is using this Molen convention. I'll click on it just to make sure, but this jump means he has longer spades. He has both majors, but longer spades. There you go. Exactly 4 hearts, longer spades. We would have pick. We would pick spades if our majors were switched, but here 3 no trumps is our choice. 10 of hearts is a very friendly lead, giving our heart spots. We will very likely we have 26 high card points, so there are 14 missing. It's very likely that he has king queen in the reds and the king of clubs. If that all happens, we have 8 tricks in the majors plus 3 tricks in the minors with the finesse and some chance of 12 if there is bad discarding by West, but I don't believe there will be. So let us establish our hearts. I think he'll shift to the king of diamonds. No. Now that is better for us in the sense that we can hope that East will miss discard. Once we run our tricks. One thing that we can do to help with that misdiscarding is to pretend that we have long clubs and short diamonds. So let's discard our diamonds, including the jack. It's kind of a old school ploy, but maybe the robot will believe that we have the 10 of clubs. See, he's discarding the king and the queen. Looks like it worked. Looks like it worked. So he was keeping the king of clubs, believing that we had the 9 of clubs. That is horrendous thinking once partner follows suit with the jack. That is instructive, by the way, for this hand, is how West played quite well. Well, East should have shifted to the king of diamonds rather than to a club. That would probably eliminate all chance of an overtrick. But the main teaching point here is that look at that 10 in dummy. Now West has a solid sequence, Jack 9, 8, 7. And once I play the ace and he plays the jack, he's saying, leave that to me. He will never play the jack unless he has a singleton jack, in which case I would have like 7 clubs. Not very likely. So East should have an easy time discarding the king of clubs at some point. It's never easy to discard an honor, but sometimes it's necessary, and our friend East didn't rise to the occasion, probably misled by that jack of diamonds. And partner is even discarding the 9 of clubs to say, hey, I really have all the clubs. Believe me, my friend, believe me, don't keep clubs. And that was it. At this point, if you had discarded the club, I would be helpless. Anyway, 5 deals. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye, and have a great day, all of you.